Good afternoon, folks. How is everyone? As always, I hope you're doing well, my friends. Always want you to be the big three. I want you healthy, happy, safe. You know what I want from me? Like, share, remind, throw a comment in. Couldn't hurt. Let's take these off so you don't think I'm blowing smoke up your chimney. Today, we are going to take a look at cider-corps, a veteran-owned and family-operated cidery. This is the old breed with strawberry, pineapple, and lime. Sorry, cranberry, pineapple, and lime. Of course, if I actually put these on, what a crazy idea. Drink great cider, honor great sacrifice. Yes, we do that. Alright, so fermented apple juice, cranberry, pineapple, and lime, gluten-free, 100% fruit, enjoy cold. So we're going to crack and pour because it's about $1.10 today. It's a little on the warm side, and the humidity's up. We had rain a couple of days ago. Well, there we go. That is that nice cranberry color, though. We'll, of course, receive no head from this because it is a cider. Yes, the glass was chilled down because it is unmercifully hot here. Maybe 110's not horrible for Phoenix. All right. A little on the chilly side, so the nose is a little vacated. Yeah. We will run her through the standard temp check, but let's see what we're starting at here. I got 42.8. That's tasty. All right. So I'm kind of surprised that at 42.8 the nose would be vacated, but let's try it again. If I had to say, it would be the cranberry overpowering everything else, but then again, it's cranberry, pineapple, and lime, and so the amalgamation of the three fruits on top of the apple, which I don't think we're going to see a lot of apple in this, is probably overpowering everything. That being said, she doesn't smell bad. Let's slip it a tongue. Keep her out of the chiller. Odd and interesting. Odd, though. Good soft palate coverage. Nothing in the intras, nothing in the extras, buccal, sublingual. None of that. Basically no tongue either. I wonder if it's because she's so cold. So it's that odd amalgam. So I don't think I've ever seen cranberry, pineapple, and lime on top of an apple before. Just kind of weird, but ballsy at the same time. Well, we're letting her warm up to see if she's going to open us up and show us something better. cider-corps is a veteran-owned and family-operated cider company built by brothers Jason Duran, USMC Sergeant, retired, and Josh Duran. What started as a therapeutic hobby after Jason sustained 2 traumatic brain injuries while deployed is now Arizona's largest cidery, dedicated to the mission to honor the sacrifice of veterans and their families. Okay, I have zero problems with this company, and their branding is fine. Usually their ciders are pretty solid. This is the Honor Series, honoring the 1st Marine Division, nicknamed the Old Breed. Not to be confused with the big red one from the Army. Fermented apple juice, cranberry, pineapple, and lime, gluten-free, 100% fruit, enjoy cold, standard bullshit government warning, 12 fluid ounces, 5.5 for the ABV. Crafted and canned by Cider-corps, 31 South Robson, Suite 103, Mesa, Arizona. And there you go. Local. Drink local, my friends. It's weird how they have these labels now that they just roll onto the cans. They don't even paint them anymore. It's a small shop, though. So I guess if you're not ordering thousands and thousands, doesn't really pay when you can just slap some plastic around it. Sure, somebody's company is making really good money doing that. Let's get a temp, see what's going on. Right now she's sitting at 45. So you're only up about 2 degrees. The nose is still not changed. Oh, it's just tart though. And again, cranberry. All right, I'm going to pause. I'm going to let her come up. So we started at 42. Let's get her up around 48, 49. And we'll see what she's got. So that's 4 more degrees. Should take about 3 minutes, even with that big thick glass being chilled down. Be right back. All right, we are back and we are looking at 49.1. 49.1. So there's our 6. Let's see if anything has changed. Biden time. The nose really hasn't shifted. It's kind of surprising. So I didn't say this at first because I said, it's cold, and I was thinking maybe it was my hands that are all cut up and burnt from working on the truck, which is entirely possible. Jesus. But yeah, no, so it's got kind of a burnt hair smell, which is odd. I don't understand it, but it is what it is. So it's not the fruit, unless the fruit going like that produced that aroma, but it's weird. It's actually tapering off now, but so she's dried out, completely dried out the roof of the mouth. Gotten tartar, which is nice, but again, you have lime and cranberry in there. Surprised the pineapple isn't putting more of a sweet punch in there, especially with the fermented apple base. Medium fast and dirty. Not bad. So we're at 52.5. Pause, and we'll be back in about a minute. There isn't a whole lot for me to yakety schmackety about, other than, you know, if you're not bleeding while you're fixing your vehicle, are you really fixing it? Is what it is. All right, we're back. We're at 55, 56. That's going to top this out, I would imagine, but we will find out, unless it gets warmer when I shoot the short. So, slip of the tongue. All right, so the pineapple sweetness doesn't really present, but it edges up forward in the initial. As it works through, You get that cranberry tartness on the back end. I can't say for sure if it's just the cranberry or the cranberry lime. Still dirty. Still focused solely on a soft palate. Not even a lot of tongue involvement. Medium fast to fast. All right, we're gonna call it. I don't see this doing much. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, that's still kind of burnt hair, burnt chipboard note in there. Is what it is. Call them like I see them. Would I buy this again? No. Drink this again? No. Try it on tap? You've met me before. What won't I tap? Handed this to me out of the cooler, I'd say thank you, but if I went back for a second, it wouldn't be one of these. I don't want to be rude, but this isn't so horrible. I'd be like, oh no, you take that shit back. But not really my cup of tea either. Is it good for the style? I don't know, because I've never had a cranberry pineapple lime mashup before. And I make fruit tea a lot because it's summer and I want the shit from the fruit. Good for electrolytes and simple sugars. Really good for, we're not going to cover hangover remedies, but you can go back a couple of years. And I got a fruit tea recipe in there that's awesome for the next day. I mean, there's no apple in here, virtually. Everything is masked. It's primarily cranberry over everything else. I'm not seeing a lot of pineapple punch. I'm not seeing the pineapple sweetness to meter out the tartness. It's good for the style. Not really. And I don't want to bag on these guys and all, but this one's a swing and a miss. Interesting flavor profile. Not really. Doesn't shift a whole lot. The nose is off. I gave it to her. It's at her dinner.
In the morning and at night.
In the morning and at night. My sister reminding me that I need to give Bella, who's visiting for a week, her medication. I gave it to her this morning and I put it in her dinner. She got her pills. Which reminds me, if you're a dog person and you're going to adopt a dog and it's a puppy, don't do that almost immediate neutering or spaying. You need to allow your dog, from what I understand, about 18 months to 2 years before you fuck with their anatomy. Just saying. It has a lot to do with hip dysplasia, bowel problems, bladder problems, all the other stuff that comes from them not being allowed to fully hit maturity before you alter them. Excuse me. Yeah, it tastes the same coming up as it did going down. So, don't want to bash them. Not great, not horrible. Doesn't have a distinct flavor profile, doesn't have a good nose, doesn't really do much other than the color, which is, beautiful cranberry. Don't get me wrong, I've drank plenty of vodka cranberries with a splash of pineapple over the top, although I've never threw lime in there, which might be something if I ever go back to drinking vodka again. 3.5. I don't want to shit on these guys' products, but this one's a swing and a miss. 3.5. Yeah. Yeah, that seems fair. All right, thanks for coming by. Put some eyeballs on. You know you're my people and I love you. I'm getting sun blinded by the building behind me, hence the squinting. So, glass shield's back up. Thanks for coming by, putting some eyeballs on. You know you're my people and I love you. I always want you to be the big three. I want you healthy, happy, safe, honorable, dutiful, vigilant, gray man, handle swivel, hot and handy. Hot and handy comes with its own laundry list of responsibilities that are you. responsible for, even though they are all unconstitutional, and that's the whole big, beautiful bill debacle that's going around in the 2A community right now. That's it. We're done. I gotta shoot the short now, but yeah, I'd take a pass. Hey, if anything I said sounds like it works for you, please feel free and go for it. As always, you should drink what you like, and again, they're local boys, so drink local, support local businesses, my friends. We'll catch you on the next one. Till then, Skal. Yeah, no.